Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this particular tutorial I'm going to be teaching us how to be cutting a cargo skate. Yes, a short cargo skate. So I want you guys to make sure you focus, make sure you pay attention, and make sure you watch to the end. Please don't skip, make sure you watch to the end. Make sure you subscribe to this particular channel so as for you to be getting more of this, and make sure you like this video. Thanks, and may God bless you.
So guys, we are going to be learning how to draft a compact or a cargo short skate. Do you understand? So this is our pattern paper, and you guys always know that for you to, the first thing we do after measurement is to start folding. Folding is the first process. So for you to fold, we usually fold using the highest circumference and the length of the dress. Do you understand? Highest circumference and the length of the dress. Now let's say it again. Now in this case, our highest circumference is the hip circumference, and the hip circumference is 38 inches. So all you have to do is 38 divided by 4 plus 5. That is the normal thing we used to do. So 38 divided by 4 is going to give us 9.5. Then when you add extra 5 inches to it, it's going to give us 14.5. So by then looking at it, you can see we have 14.5 already folded out. Are you seeing it? Okay, so another thing we need to consider, like I said, is two things you need to consider: the width, and I've shown you people how to get the width of what you need to fold. Another thing is the length. Now in this case, the length of our skate is a short skate, remember, is 16 inches. So you need to add extra 2 inches for the hem in the down part, which is going to be what? 18 inches. Now look at it. From here, measure out 18 inches and then cut out. Do you understand? Yes, this is the same thing as when you are making your pencil skate. Okay, when you are done marking it out, like I said, use your scissors and then cut it out. So as we are cutting it out, this is the front part of the skate. Do you understand? This is the front part of the skate. Okay, so now let's cut out the back part. For you to cut out the back part, like I said guys, because of the waist effect, you guys know that waist effect, we step in by 1 inch from the front and we step out by 1 inch from the back. So it means that the back is actually going to be 1 inch longer than the front, but the width, everything remains the same. Now what I mean by the width remaining the same does not mean that as we are drafting they are exactly the same thing. No, but when we are done drafting, they are going to be equal. Okay, so look at it guys. We are going to be adding extra 1 inch for the back. So when you are done adding extra 1 inch, all you have to do is to use your scissors and then cut it out. After cutting it out, next thing you need to do is to separate the front and the back. We are going to be drafting with the front, then after we can now use it to trace the back. So look at it, this is the back. Are you seeing it? So let's work with the front as we have it here. So if you look at the skate, you will notice that there is a functional zipper fly in front of it. You guys already know what I mean by functional. If you notice, there are so many dresses that they look as if they have zipper fly in front, but it is not functional. You cannot open it. It's just a design. Do you understand? But this particular one, you can open it because at the back of our skate, we are not going to be having any zip at the back. So it's something that you have to open in order for you to be able to wear it and in order for you to be able to pull it out. So because of that functional zipper fly, and we are going to be using a particular kind of method in order to draft it. Remember, a zipper fly, you can cut it together with your material, or you can also go ahead to cut your dress, then cut pieces for the zipper fly. So which one are we going to be using now? We're going to be using the one we are going to be cutting together. The zipper fly is going to be together with the skate. Do you guys understand? Okay, in order to do that, one thing I want you to do is to first of all mark out 2 inches, just the same way you mark out 2 inches for your zipper back zipper. Do you understand? Do exactly the same thing in front. Are you seeing it? Mark out 2 inches this way. So as you can see, here is for the zipper fly. Okay, now as you have been hearing zipper fly, anywhere you hear zipper fly, just know that it is this crotch, the crotch part. Do you understand? The place that you have zip on your trousers, that's what it is. Some people call it zipper fly, fly zipper. Do you understand? All different kind of, they change it differently. So now we are done with this. Next thing you now need to know is that just properly and normally draft your pencil skate from this point. Are you seeing it? So this point now becomes your starting point. Do you understand? And this point is also your what? Center front. Center front means the center of the front part of your skate. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing, since we are going to start drafting our skates, who can tell me the next step? Okay, so the next step is to mark out our vertical measurement. So in this case, our vertical measurement, the skate hip is how many? 7 inches. Are you seeing it? Now make sure you mark it out into 2 in order to get a straight line. Are you seeing it? Okay, while the skate length is how many? 16 inches. As you can see, what is remaining here is how many? 2 inches, which means we are good to go. So mark out 16 inches. Okay, so next thing you need to do is to use your ruler and they connect. After that, you guys already know that pencil skate is not hard, it's very simple something. After that, we are going to be imputing the circumference. Do you guys understand? Okay, so let's impute the circumference. Let's start from the waist circumference. So the waist circumference is how many? 29 inches. 29 divided by 4 is going to be what? 29 divided by 4 is going to be what? 7.25. 7 1/4. Are you seeing it? Okay, so you go ahead to add how many inches allowance? 2 inches allowance. Now we can end up adding 3, but because we are not going to be using any data on this, do you understand? So we can skip the 3 inches. But in a situation whereby you know what you want to add a that, do you understand? Please, I want you to know that design is not all about what people has been doing. It's all about what you want to do. Do you understand? What took me to this level I am now is because I'm not so fixed at doing exactly what others are doing. What I do is that I learn what others are doing and why they are doing it. Then I find a way to apply my own, like, collect all those knowledge and do it my own way. That's what brought me to this stage. So next thing we are going to be doing is the hip circumference. The hip circumference is 38 divided by 4 is how many? 9.5. So make sure you add your extra 2 inches allowance. Okay, so now look at this particular side. Now I want you guys to know something. On a normal pencil skate, what I usually do is whatever I have here, since this one is 9.5 plus extra 2 is what? 11.5. We usually take down the 11.5. Are you seeing it? And we step in by what? By 1.5 or 1 or 2. Do you understand? But in this case, it depends on what you actually want. And also remember, this is shorter. So the shorter it is, the lesser you apply that stuff. Do you understand? Now let's say example on your normal skate that is on your knee length, you use that 1.5. There's no way the one that is going up, the part that the tie is wider there, that you say you want to use this. And no, the skate is going to look like something else. Do you understand? So if you use 1.5 here, you can end up using 1 here. You can even end up using half, or you can even end up doing it a straight cut. Do you understand? Okay, so this is this particular place. Like me, what I will do is I will just step in with how many? Half. Are you seeing it? Okay, so I have this point and I have this point and I have this point. So next thing I need to do is to connect. Do you guys understand? Okay, so let's connect, guys. Are you people seeing the shape of this skate? Hope it's looking very fine. Okay, now what are we going to be doing? We are going to be asking ourselves the length of our zipper fly. Do you understand? We don't necessarily need the crotch, like I said, but the length of the zipper fly. The length of the zipper fly is the length from the beginning to where the zipper fly is going to stop. And on a normal trouser, we usually mark out something like a 6, 7. Then on some jeans for ladies, on some jeans, like the range we use is from 5 to 7. Do you understand? But for me, what I usually mark is 7, especially when I'm making for male, or maybe when I'm making for female, because the more you go down, the easier it's going to be for the person to wear it. Do you understand? It's just like when you put a zip. If your zip is so up, so high, it will be hard for the person to the skate or the trouser will be hard for the person for it to pass the person's seat. Hope you guys understand. So for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm going to be using how many? 7. Let me just use the hip length. You can use the hip length, or you can use 1 inch below the hip length. That is, I can use 7, I can use how many again? 6. Do you understand? So for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm using how many? 7. Okay, so let me use 7. So what I need to do now is to look at it. Let me just extend this line from the hip length. Are you seeing it? So when I extend it, now some people will be like, what's the thickness of a zipper fly? No, the placket itself. Yeah, the official width is just 2 inches. It's just like the 2 inches we have here. But in a situation where you want to make your own shorter for your own personal reasons, you can use 1.5. Do you understand? But I will not advise anybody to use 1. Do you understand? Okay, but for the sake of this particular tutorial, I am using exactly the 2 inches. Now what am I going to be doing? Now look at this. In order to get the shape of the zipper fly itself, there's something I want to do. Now look at it. The curve, just like the armhole. Now look at it from here. Are you people seeing it? This is just like a curve now. Do you understand? Are you seeing from here? Okay, the next thing I need to do, this particular one I'm about doing now, is not compulsory, because if you are using a paper, you can go ahead to, when you are tracing on your material, you add the extra allowance. But in the situation where you are using your material direct, please do this for me. Add extra ½ inch. Do you know why what the ½ inch is for? For joining of the center, because as it is now, there is no seam allowance for it. Do you understand? So add extra ½ inch for center joining. Now look at it. From here, mark out ½ inch. From here, do what? Mark out ½ inch. And from here, mark out ½ inch. Now look at it, guys. Are you seeing it? So I'm going to be cutting it out now, but before I cut it out, I need to hold both of them with a pin so that it will not scatter. I think I have pin already. Okay, let's do that, guys. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? You can go ahead to open it up from here. Okay, do the same thing here. Are you guys seeing it? Okay, so look at it. So in a situation whereby you still want to apply your waist effect. Do you understand? Okay, let me go ahead here to impute the waist effect. So let's do that, guys. So I'll go ahead here and use 1 inch to impute the waist effect. Okay, so go ahead to do that. Don't go directly from here to here. Yeah, just go from here to here as one, then take it straight. That's what I want you guys to do. But remember what I usually use to advise us: until you finish cutting the back, then you can now go ahead to cut it off. So as it is right now, I'm not going to be cutting anything off. So let's cut out the back part. Remember, we've already folded a material for the back part, so we go ahead to cut it out.
Take the front part and place it exactly as you can see on your screen right now. Please do make sure you use your pin and hold it safe.
So guys, look at it. So what are we going to be doing now? We are going to be cutting it out. So for you to cut out, see what I want you to do. Just open up this particular part. Are you seeing it? That's just what we need here. Next thing we have to do now is look at it, guys. We apply the back zipper effect. Are you seeing it? It's from here. Then remember, the back is 1 inch longer than the front also. Please, both of them must be equal from the side. Are you seeing it? Both of them. Please don't make this mistake and go and make yourself. Some people will go and do something like this. It's the side that will be longer. It's error. It's pure error. Please don't do it. As you can see, we are done drafting it. Are you seeing it? So there are still other things to cut out, especially for the pockets. Do you understand? And for the rest. But we are not going to be doing it on this one. It's not necessary for us to do it on this one. What do we need to do? We need to cut on the material. Do you understand? Then apply all these things all at once. That's what we need to do. So is there any question?